here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. Welcome to the video, guys. I'm glad to have you here with me, taking some time out of your valuable day, talking some Raid Shadow Legends, sending some positive vibes, some love your way, especially if you need it out there, guys, today. Today, before we jump into the epic that I've been sleeping on, count them, not one, not two, but 3 years and 1 month.
That was very specifically worded.
Because I went back and looked at the day that he was released out of curiosity. It's funny, if you ever want time to fly by in this game, just think back of how long ago it was since X Champion was introduced. I'm like, wait, that was 2019? That was 2020?
Well, it wasn't always old. It just got that way all of a sudden.
Anyway, I have a recommendation for you guys, though apropos of absolutely nothing. It's been a while since I've given you any suggestions, media-wise, music, TV, movies, video games, books, blah, blah, blah. I actually have two recommendations because I just finished an amazing book, too. So, number one is a video game for the Switch called Blasphemous 2. I usually just play kids games, a lot of Mario Party, a lot of Minecraft, a lot of Tears of the Kingdom. Not that it's a kids game, but a game with my kid, I want to say. But I picked up a Dada game because I love Castlevania. I love that dark, demonic feel, like Metroidvania vibes, right? A little bit of open world, a little bit of RPG, a little bit of, you know, just all that stuff. Anyway, Blasphemous 2, check it out if you're into that kind of thing. Metroid, Castlevania type game genre. I love it. I am really digging this game. Anyway, that's number one. Number two is, I don't know, maybe like two of you, maybe one in the comments will actually care about this recommendation, but I just finished, I'm buying time here, The Mayflower Lives. Mayflower Lives, right? By Martin Whittock. Check it out, guys. Really good if you're into, like, I love the coming of age stories, you know. I just dig them. I don't know why, but I really love them. And this one I found really interesting. I love books where they're historical fiction or historical in general, where you can kind of get into the lives of these people and get to understand and know the individuals who lived. It helps you relate to different times, centuries or millennia away from the one that we're living in now. And anyway, I really loved that book as well. Okay, guys, who's the champion, Ash? Shut up! Well, thousands of you guys, almost thousands, over 100 comments over the years. I have somebody who helps me screenshot all my champion guide recommendations. And literally hundreds of you guys have requested me to take a look at Aox the Rememberer, and I never have. Or Anax, another dude I never have, to be fair, man. Those are like the two biggest recommendations all in one. And there's this one dude, Chubbs. There he is right here, Chubbs54. Didn't even mean for his comment to come up next. This dude has been asking me to look at Aox the Rememberer. Chubbs, more Chubbs, more Chubbs, more Chubbs, more Chubbs. So anyway, guys.
This is it.
Oh, he's trying to say something. His final words.
Aox, guide, please.
Today we're finally good. Today's the day. We're finally going to take a look at Aox the Rememberer. I got to be real with you guys. I'm just going to keep it 100 with you, right? His kit never really blew me away, but I was wrong. And I'm happy to say that in today's video. With a game of, 1,000 champions now, you're always finding new ones that you're like, wait a sec, I really like this champion. Who are my newbies? Oh, hopefully you watched my shard opening video, because we got our hands on Supreme Galek, and we got our hands on
Nergigante.
Our archer. We're gonna not try to pronounce that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I digress. What's up with Aox the Rememberer? Why did I always find him somewhat underwhelming? Well, let's talk about his kid. He's an epic support champion. He's Force Affinity. He's got the Feathered Staff, a 2-time hitter, with a 30% chance of placing a poison for 2 turns. This A1 ends up being absolutely crucial and pivotal to the value that he brings in his kit. And I think that, you know, players such as myself in the past, I think you can just be quick to be like, oh, it's a 10 or up to a 30% chance. No, thank you, right? Anyway, that's very important. On the A2, attacks one enemy, heals all allies by 10% of their max HP. Again, 10% of their max HP. That never blew me away. You know, we want it to be heals to be based on these champions' max HP, not the allies. Moreover, if it is going to be based on allies' HP, we'd expect a number like 10% from like a rare champion, you know, not an epic. But it heals each ally by an extra 2.5% for each debuff on the target. So obviously, with 10 debuffs on there, you're getting a 25 bump, and then all of a sudden it's a 35% heal, right? So obviously for clan boss or anywhere area at all, all in the game where we're stacking a lot of debuffs, this turns into a really nice heal. On the A3, the weight of Eons. This is a 3-turn cooldown. We have a decreased attack on all enemies for 2 turns, so an AoE decreased attack is one of the most essential debuffs in the game for clan boss, for bosses in general, right? 3-turn cooldown lasting for 2 turns, great. Also has a 100% chance of decreasing each target's turn meter by 20%. That's great too. It's great for wave content, right? So we have damage mitigation. We have control now on a 3-turn cooldown. Now we have the big version, decreased crit rate on the target for 2 turns if they have 50% or more turn meter after the turn meter decrease. So although it is conditional, a 30% decreased crit rate is enough decreased crit rate to mitigate all critical hits from all bosses in the game. That's really valuable too. I like this ability specifically because it's great against waves and it's great against bosses. You don't find that too often in abilities in general in this game. And then of course, Steward of Time is what makes his A1 so good, right? That is increase the duration of 2 random debuffs on the attacker by 1 turn when attacked, occurs once per hit. This is a very, very magical debuff extension, duration extension, which makes all kinds of amazing things possible for Aox the Rememberer. So I finally got around to building him, and I have to say, he does live up to the hype. Even though, at first glance, to a noob like yours truly, his kit can look a little underwhelming, I feel like. At least that's how I felt. Anybody in the same boat as me?
Okay, number 1, Your Honor. Just look at him.
Let's go ahead and take a look at what this dude can do. Before we do that, I want to quickly, I will not be showing him in Clan Boss. However, I will refer you guys to this video right over here by Scratch. Scratch talks about a few different clan boss compositions. Here we're looking at a 1-key Nightmare team, utilizing, you know, a poison champion in a battle, Khazar, increased defense, support champion in an Altan, a debuffer in Raz and Scarhide, and then Skull Crusher for counterattacks. Counterattacks obviously important to land the extra poisons, and we can stack up those poisons on the clan boss. If you want to take a look at any of these comps for inspiration, I will link this video for you guys in the show notes below. Most notably here, let me just show you. Most notably, you're going to see as the battle progresses, just like you would expect on, if you're familiar at all with Vizier Ovelis, you can see those debuffs just keep getting extended. Moreover, those poisons keep getting extended, right? So, okay, he lost somebody there. I was going to say, it looks like he could probably get even more damage on this team, and I don't even know how old this video is. Suffice it to say, he's really good in Clan Boss, right? But today, I actually want to show you my Aox and how I'm using him as a solo champion in Centranos in the Cursed City. So let's go ahead and pull him up here, and you will, I want to note right off the gate here, I want this to be kind of a robust guide if anybody else wants to build him, but you'll see right out the gate, I'm potion broke right now, and I need to farm some, and so I couldn't fully ascend him. So I have no amulet and I have no artifact. Moreover, I also don't have masteries on him. I do have him skilled up though. I did have epic skill tomes. That's the one resource I did have right now in the game, right? Didn't have silver to upgrade the artifacts. I kid, but didn't have silver to mule around the artifacts. I'm just so, with the fusion going on at the time of this recording, guys, the fragment summon, and me traveling, and you guys, I'm sure you can relate. If you have anything going on, like a birthday party, whatever it may be in real life, during a fragment summon or a fusion, when you know a couple of your days are going to be blocked out, it gets really daunting, man. But I digress. That's another complaint for another video. So I barely have him upgraded here. Just in case you do want the masteries, though, I want to give a shout to hellhades.com here. I will show their recommendation. For standard PvE, they give, well, the standard PvE build here, right? They give the War Master for a tier 6 option, Master Hexer and Sniper. Obviously, Master Hexer and Sniper are going to be super important on this champion. Most importantly, that Sniper to get the poison to a 35% on the A1. So that would be my recommendation. On Clan Boss, they recommend the same thing on offense, but coming down and getting those counterattacks with Retribution and Deterrence as well. So I actually, given the two builds, I actually would probably go with the Clan Boss Guild for other areas as well, because I think the value, even passing up on Sniper and Master Hexer, I personally think the value you can get from Retribution and Deterrence probably outweigh it. But of course, if you need the accuracy, then hey, for your own account, it might tip the tables back in favor of support. Either way, guys, I have 249 accuracy on the dude. I have a little bit of defense on the ring. I didn't overthink this build at all. I put him in a regen set with a perception to get that accuracy up because I have no banner on this dude, right? I went defense percentage on the gauntlets, HP percentage, some survivability on the chest piece, and I went speed on the boots. In a regen set, I think I would probably put him in HP percentage on both the gauntlets and on the chest piece, but I just used the gear that I had available on my account because I couldn't keep affording to mule my my stuff around.
Enough with the drama.
For a blessing, I think this dude is like perfect to just go ahead and go with a commanding presence, or you could even go with cruelty if you wanted to. You know, in these longer battles over time, that decreased defense could certainly stack up. So those would be my recommendations there. So let me just show you how I'm using this guy, right? As I said, not a super long video, so let's just jump right into Curse City and jump into, it was this stage that I saw Scarab King, man. Scarab King, I saw all the best teams. This is not one of those cheesy, it is cheesy, okay? But it's not one of those moves that like, oh, if you don't have certain champions, use this strategy against Scarab King. You'll see, even in the global ratings, it's all Aox the Rememberer on this stage. So, of course, if you're looking for motivation for any of these stages, just take a look at the global ratings. You might not have specific champions, but maybe it can inspire you guys. So at first I was thinking, okay, how do I have to build them, man? Do I have to build Aox the Rememberer in, you know, super high resist so he's not provoked? And then I thought to myself, it doesn't matter if he's provoked. All I care about is the A1 and him getting hit. And he's certainly getting hit a lot. Eventually we're going to land enough poisons where we don't need him in a destroy set. Like all the quick little initial dumb thoughts went through my head. I'm like, oh, is he in a destroy set for Scarab King? Oh, do I need high resist for the debuffs? No, none of that is necessary. Do I need even fully ascension? No. Do I need him skilled up? Probably ideal, but no, because eventually he'll have a 10% chance to land the poisons. He'll land them eventually, and the regen is enough to keep him nice and healed, right? And I don't even have optimization in terms of his HP, etc. So all in all, this right here, I think, although it's a semi-niche scenario, I thought, like, when I was doing this battle yesterday, I didn't even complete it. I just ended it early because I'm like, I want to make a video out of this because everybody's been begging for Aox. Aox the Rememberer. I love that it's a Rememberer. I don't know what, it's a tough word. Rememberer.
What is going on inside their head?
Yeah, anyway, sorry guys. I really love this dude, man. Look at those poison debuffs on the target, right? Look at the decreased crit rate. Look at the decreased attack. It's just like he's mitigating all damage coming his way, and he's just pounding away with his A1. Every time he's hit, you're seeing 2 of those random poisons increase in duration. Now, I mean, obviously there's a little bit of RNG involved. We'd like the poisons to stack all the way up and have insane durations every single one, but my man's getting hit so often here, right, that eventually those poisons, most of them are going to stay on. I have 1 10-turn poison on him, now 9-turn, and the rest are kind of falling off. But you guys can see, man, I mean, he's a pretty cool champ. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Are you impressed? Are you like me and maybe previously just had this dude vaulted and you're like, I just don't need him on my account? To me, he's one of the easiest, and I'm not gonna lie, it's not the fastest way, but when you're restricted in champions, it's the fastest way, as the global leaderboard, you know, proof in the pudding there. Fastest way to deal with Scarab King, right? And if he's not staying alive, if you don't have like quite the gear that I have on him, you could just continue to over prioritize HP, or you could go ahead and put an immortal set on him as well as a regeneration set, and he's going to be just fine. So I thought for people struggling with clan boss progression or people struggling with Scarab King, this dude is absolutely, in those 2 areas, you know, he's A tier. He's an A tier champion. And I thought that, you know, especially with Curse City having this Scarab King on this rotation with a restricted champion pool, this is an accessible option that a lot of you guys can use. And again, you don't even have to worry about masteries. Save your resources for once in your Raid Shadow Legends career. Am I right? So guys, there it is. Scarab King is down. Aox is the man. Let's see what we have for gear here. I've been using most of my Chaos Ore on these sets. I'm not there yet, but I really want to find, obviously, some really good gear to put a full 9-piece eventually on a champion. Any of you guys out there have a 9-piece Supersonic or Merciless yet? I do not, so I don't imagine many of you guys do, but I'd love to hear from you on your impressions of these new sets, as well as Aox the Rememberer. If you have a champion that you think I've been sleeping on, that you were sleeping on, let me know in the comments below. Who knows, maybe I'll do a video on the champion. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care, guys.